there's no fucking way you didn't look at that child and go, oh yeah.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Hey everybody, welcome in to another episode of Atoasttotheatypical. I'm Brit.
And I'm Dale.
Thank you for joining us. As usual, thank you to listeners, subscribers. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, the usual. Thank you.
The huge. Thank all of you. Seriously.
This episode will be led by Dale again.
Yours truly.
Yep.
Which is good that it is led by a male, because this is a very male-centric episode. Whatever that means.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah. But first.
Very nervous.
But first we have a girly
But the drink was selected by me, so.
So we have
Although, no, not necessarily. The drink is, as usual, related to the topic at hand, and it happened to contain things that are traditionally more girly, fruity, tropical-y kind of stuff. But
it's a gin drink.
It is.
I love me some gin.
It's gin, elderflower liqueur.
I opened up that gin, and it smelled so good. I just wanted to drink it. I love gin.
I wasn't going to stop you.
Oh, I love gin. It's so good.
So the drink is called the Bohemian, and it's gin, elderflower liqueur, grapefruit juice,
bitters,
and bitters. I think that's it.
Gin, elderflower liqueur, grapefruit juice. Yeah, I think that's it.
On ice.
On ice.
In a martini glass. So.
And I didn't rim it with anything because
it didn't say to.
I know, and the last one that I rimmed didn't say to either, and I thought I was getting all fancy, and I just made a huge fucking mess.
You still had chocolate on your seat last episode from it?
Which I got all over my pants.
It looked like you shit
myself. Yeah, it looks like I sharded right in the middle of the episode.
Yep. At least it was on your ass cheek and not really like on your butthole.
I guess.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse.
It still looked like shit. No matter what way you slice it, it still looked like poop on your booty, but...
Poop on your booty.
You want to serve us up there, bud?
Booty cheeks, yes. The Bohemian. Let me get our drink cam on first. Wake up, drink cam. Wake up. Let's see. Drink cam, go on. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Oh, we're on. It's okay. It's worth it. It's worth the wait, guys. It's worth the wait. So you can watch me spill the drink. You know what? Since we've done this, though,
I was just gonna say you haven't spilled in a while.
Since I've done the drink cam, which is only like 2 episodes, I haven't spilled it. So make sure the lid's on.
Yo, I would die. I would die.
Give it a good shake. Strong shake.
So Dale's gonna be talking about Bohemian Grove this episode, and I have no idea what we are talking about. So this is all going to be led by Dale. I am just going to be along for the ride.
It smells very grapefruity.
And, yeah, you'll just get my commentary and thoughts along the way.
Looks kind of pretty.
It does. I got a seed floating.
Do you?
I do.
Tried to put my fat fingers in there and get all the seeds out, but didn't happen. Let's see. It's a nice color though. Little pulp floating in there too. I love chewing on my drinks.
It's showing up more orangey on the thing. It's more of a peach color in person.
I think that's the screen.
It's a nice.
Yeah, it is a nice color.
It's nice, good coral.
Squeeze your own juice for your drinks, people.
This is fresh squeezed.
Fresh squeezed grapefruit juice.
Yeah, we usually are lazy about it.
I've heard if you don't squeeze your own juice, you hate puppies. That's what I heard on TikTok. It's a thing. I'll link the guy below. He makes amazing drinks. It's this bartender that just does TikTok drinks, and he always
I don't think I've ever squeezed my own juice for anything ever, and I am the most puppy obsessed.
He just always comes up with something.
I have like a radar for like when we're even just driving down the street and I know a fucking dog's near us. I know.
Your spidey senses start
tingling. They do. I'm like, we'll get out of somewhere and I'm like, there's a fucking dog nearby. I can feel it. And it's always a cute pup. And somehow both of our children have inherited this lovely little trait of mine. Mm-hmm. So we just beeline for the dogs anywhere we are.
Don't know why.
Yeah, normal parents would be like, don't go pet the strange puppy. I'm like, run! Last one, there's a rotten egg. Let's go!
Okay. Let's see.
Ready?
Yeah, let's see how it tastes here. It does look a little orangey, though. I mean...
No, I mean, it just looks more pink in person than it did on the camera.
I don't know. It smells odd. I think it's
Smells
the elderflower that I'm smelling.
It smells like a cleaner. Like a spray. Oh, no.
Tastes...
I haven't sipped it yet. Uh-oh.
It tastes fantastic. It doesn't taste at all like toilet bowl cleaner.
I wouldn't know.
Oh my god.
That tastes like I just brushed my teeth.
It tastes like the smell when you just are like scrubbing the shit out of your bathroom with like
See, I
Lysol.
said it smells like a cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that one's
that's gonna
harsh.
be a rough one.
It's harsh.
It's all that elderflower, I think.
Yeah, see, I don't love grapefruit juice as it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll drink it and it's okay, but I will not have a glass of grapefruit juice. Like, I'll have it in a drink or, like, mix with something, but I don't. It always, to me, tastes too bitter. Like I just brushed my teeth. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's the grapefruit juice. I taste zero gin in it. It's equal parts.
You did put the gin in, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's equal parts, which I was surprised. Equal parts
of the gin and elderflower. Yeah, and I looked up several different recipes because I've kind of thought the same thing, that maybe that wasn't right and that it should have been like more gin, less of the elderflower.
What would you rate it?
I don't know. I'm gonna need another sip. I'm not doing the Barstool Sports. One sip. Everybody knows the rules. See, you just took like 4 more. I was gonna say, I bet it gets better.
I feel like it's a little bit better. It's really not much better.
No.
And really, there was no going down from where it was. It was only up from there. So
you would have given it a straight up 0 from start point?
Probably.
That's harsh.
So was the taste.
So it's a toilet bowl cleaner.
That was pretty bad.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, you can always just dump this in the shitter and wash down all your stains.
It doesn't even seem like... I don't know, man. It's weird. Even the look of it's weird.
It does smell weird.
It's pulpy. I don't have a strainer.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either, but like it looks like little baby jellyfish swimming around in here.
It looks like sea monkeys.
I'm drinking sea monkey juice. Oh my god, now that you say that, this looks like the actual container with all the sea That's the same color too. Are we drinking sea monkeys right now? What the fuck?
It does look like little sea monkeys floating around.
What the hell? Oh, God.
What did you make me? What's it down at your bar, dude?
I don't know. Sea monkeys, apparently.
I'm never letting... This is your PSA, women. Don't let a man mix your drinks for you. Who knows what he's going to put in it.
You never know what's in there. I should have...
Yeah. If I'm not back next episode, you know why. Somebody come looking for me.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't know. It does get better. I don't know. Not much. I'd still only give it like, I don't know, a 1.2.
I don't know if I hate it that much.
It's bad. I hate it that much because of how much I love gin.
Yeah, I think yours is a disappointment thing.
Yeah. I love gin, and I do like that.
You had expectations. I went into this blind.
I do like that elderflower liqueur, too.
I do, too. But that winter white Cosmo we got it for was the best.
I guess it's the grapefruit that's killing it.
It could be the bitters combination, too.
Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty fucking disgusting, though.
It's also, like, I don't know. Do gin and bitters usually go together, like, in drinks? I feel like they're not usually a combination. Isn't bitters usually
bitters
in your old-fashioned, right?
And stuff. But technically, you can use a gin in an old-fashioned. An old-fashioned, you just need a spirit and bitters. It's not...
Yeah.
Doesn't have
but
to
I feel like that's not
whiskey.
Usually the combination.
No, it's not. Yeah. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't like it.
Huh.
Don't like it. Sorry, everyone. If you want to drink it, the link's in the description. Also, if you want to buy us something, if you want to buy us something better than this, you can go to the link in our description.
Suggestions for something we won't hate.
Go to our Buy Me a Coffee in the description, and you can donate a couple bucks and give us a recipe or something to drink, and hopefully it gets more than a 1.2 because this is pretty bad.
It's growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You can
it's
have
still
mine.
Weird.
The sea monkey cocktail. Poor little baby sea monkeys. All right. On to our topic.
This is about the fate of my sea monkeys as a kid, too, anyway, so.
I never did sea monkeys.
No, I think I had them once. My mom was like, this is fucking stupid.
Oh, well, yeah. It's like, I'd rather have a pet rock, probably.
My mom had a pet rock.
I'm not surprised by that, even the slightest
Ask Casey about it. She told him about a rock concert she had.
Oh, my.
She said, Mom, if you're listening, I love you so much, but you're so weird.
A rock concert.
Yeah, so she's like...
That's punny. That's punny.
It was like a...
Do we need a break for you to compose yourself?
She set up a stage and put it on stage, and there were like all smaller rocks like under the stage, like the audience.
God. What?
She's so weird.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny though. A rock concert with her pet rocks. That's I'm definitely making fun of her about that. Oh God. All right. Well.
Oh my God.
Tune in live for our next one with a rock concert. I think we need a Toast the Atypical rock right here now.
I forgot about it until we started talking. It came back.
And now it just gets. We're gonna make a rock concert video, and it's gonna be all the rock reference songs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You okay?
No. I come from a long line of weirdos, guys.
This is gonna be one of those things that you're gonna wake up at like 3 a.m.
I hope so.
Cracking up. And I'm gonna be like, "What the hell are you laughing at, you creep?"
I'm not gonna be able to even say what I'm laughing at. I'm gonna be laughing so fucking hard.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Shaking the bed and
that was
shit.
Hilarious.
Huh. Okay. Can we get into our topic now, or do we need to take a break? Can you compose yourself?
Probably not.
Deep breath, deep breath. You're gonna get the hiccups, and this is gonna be even more of a problem.
I don't get the hiccups from laughing. All right, go before
So
I
if
lose.
anything happens during this episode, it's not actually, and she laughs, it's not actually funny. She's just replaying this in her head.
I can't help it. All right, I think I'm okay.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go into my.
Just don't say the word rock at any point. Please.
Oh fuck! I think there is a thing.
No, there isn't. Jesus Christ, help me. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna text her and be like, I told Dale about your rock concert. Just
so I'm gonna
be prepared for making fun of you.
I'm gonna do my video game intro that you liked so much last episode. You said that my summary of the topic introduction sounded like the introduction to like a video game.
Oh yeah, it sounded like the you're about to get your mission.
Same idea. All right. Ready?
Yeah, give me the briefing.
All right, so the briefing is there are secret societies throughout the world, like the Skulls and Crossbones at Yale, the Seven Society at the University of Virginia, the Sphinx Society at Dartmouth, and the Ivy Club at Princeton. Some of these societies are mythical or unproven, and others are well known. There's an exclusive group of rich individuals who have been meeting on an annual basis in the woods of California since 1872. Every July, some of the richest and most powerful men in the world gather for 2 weeks. Their purpose for the meeting is to share in their passion for the outdoors, music, and theater. Or at least that's what they tell anyone who asks. What really happens? Top secret talks, druid worship, and other rituals. Today we're talking about Bohemian Grove.
I feel like the outdoors, what was it? Outdoors, theater, and what?
Music.
Music, sure, but like theater, I feel like one of these things is not like the others.
Well, it's artists and stuff like that, and these rich individuals. And I actually have a list.
Yeah, but to that, like, people, when I think about people who go to, like, musicals and theater, they're not the same type of people that go to, like, hiking in the woods.
Well, right, but this is the purpose of this is to get away from society so they can have these talks and things. So let's get into
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things. So let's get into
Bye, honey. I'm going on my annual camping trip with the boys.
Basically what it is.
Yeah, I know. That's why do you think we don't trust you guys?
So, the history of Bohemian Grove.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, this is the factual history. Yeah.
So this is a legitimate thing.
This is a legitimate club. And you're going to learn all about it right now. So in 1870...
I've never been more interested in a club in my whole life.
This is wild.
I know, I'm not being sarcastic. I don't do...
Yeah, I know.
Team sports.
I know. Oh, I know.
I don't like people.
Oh, I know.
Except you guys. Love you guys.
So in 1872, some male journalists and actors got together and created the Bohemian Club. They originally started it for the, quote, cultured, intellectual, urban bohemian to gather, not the impoverished type. So it was just a bunch of rich dicks, basically, is what it was.
Because they didn't already have exclusivity.
Right.
Like, let's also take over the fucking woods.
Right. So they originally...
Like, what dicks?
Right.
That's
so this was...
That's a pissing match.
This is where the theater and stuff comes from, because it was originated by these guys in theater.
The ones who could only afford it.
Right. So they gathered to socialize, drink, and put on theatrical performances.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I in my mind, I'm thinking like they're drinking around a fire, doing like fucking weird ass rain dances and shit.
See, I feel
but
like
this is
they're like
organized.
Yeah, they're like fucking reciting Shakespearean.
Yeah, so this is organized. They originally gathered at each other's houses when this happened, or when they started coming together.
Yeah, and then Mary was like, "John, get your fucking friends out of here. I'm trying to sleep.
You and the guys are keeping the babies up all night.
It's 3 a.m, and I'm tired of listening to your fucking Shakespeare bullshit. Go out to the woods where no one has to listen to you.
Hear ye. Get the fuck out of my house."
Come down with a fucking megaphone.
So, Henry Edwards...
Banging a gong and shit. Get the fuck out. That'd be me.
Henry Edwards, he was an actor and a founding member, announced that he was moving to New York City to further his career. So the group was still small, but he was the founding member of the group. So the club decided to throw a party for his departure. So on June 29th, 1878, 100 members of the club gathered in a forest of Marin County, California, in his honor. And they partied until the early morning hours. And then they camped on the ground under the redwoods there. The club gathered at the same time and place the following year without Edwards.
Why without him?
He just couldn't make it out. He was in New York City doing his thing.
Sus. I already don't trust this guy.
By 1882...
What was his name? Henry?
Yeah.
Fucking
Henry Edwards.
Hank.
Hanky
Panky over there. Not fucking on the up and up. I don't know.
In 1882, the members camped together at various locations in both Marin and Sonoma County. In 93, the Bohemians rented the current location, and then in 99, 6 years later, they purchased it for the club's exclusive usage. So they've had this plot of land that they're on currently from 1899 until today. So gradually, for decades up until now, the members of the club purchased the land surrounding the original location, which was this grove of redwoods.
So they've, no pun intended, but branched out?
Yes.
Okay.
It started as this tiny grove campsite, and it's now over 2,700 acres of redwood forest. So here's, in comparison, because I know you're really good with sizes of things, 2,700 acres is over 2,000 football fields.
Okay.
In size. So that's fucking huge. That's a good bit of woods. So during this time that they were expanding and all that, control was taken from the artists and musicians by local businessmen, of course, because they had the money to support the group, to buy the land. So they provided a lot of the funding for the growth of the group. Okay. So they kind of took over. So the facility, this is impressive. because I'm thinking, like, this originally started as people laying on the ground camping. Mm-hmm. And now they have staff members known as camp valets who are...
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah. Who are, like, general managers at the club.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's, like, literally the opposite of what you're supposed to do camping.
Yeah. So this is an all-male club.
Of course it is, because no woman would sign off on that shit. Fucking
there
idiots.
are woman staff members, but they're limited to daylight hours only, and they're only allowed in central areas close to the main gate entrance. So most staff who stay there are in bunkhouses, but the high-status workers have, like, small living quarters that they stay in. The main encampment is 160 acres that is surrounded by old-growth redwoods that are over 1,000 years old and over 300 feet tall. So it is this, like, small grove of redwoods.
So this started out as them just, like, literally camping in the woods.
Camping on the ground in the woods.
On the ground. Yeah. And now it's cabins and fucking probably mansions.
Yeah. So listen to this. I'm going to get into exactly what these camps are.
I already hate these fucking
So the sleeping quarters are scattered throughout the grove. As of 2007, there's 118 camps on this 2,700 acres. The camps are the main way that the high-level business and political contacts and friendships are formed. So they are put into these specific camps by name.
Like picking your college roommate. They have you fill out a questionnaire on who they think is going to be compatible.
It's basically like dorm room assignments in college. So the camps, I love the names of these camps. So listen to the names.
Oh, Christ. Hold on. I'm going to need a sip for this.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to taste my sea monkey juice one more time.
Don't fucking call it that.
So much better.
It is better, but it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Still weird.
All right. So the preeminent camps are the Hillbillies, Mandalay, Caveman, Stowaway, Uplifters, Owl's Nest, Hideaway, Isle of Aves, Lost Angels, the Silverado Squatters, Sempervirens,
oh my God,
Hillside, and Idlewild. I don't know.
Idlewild was a fucking movie.
So, basically, whoever's expanding these camps and building onto them gets to name it whatever they want.
I'd be naming it fucking Baby Dick and like fucking
Sasquatch's bunghole.
Fucking. Oh my God, dude. Cthulhu's taint. Fucking Nessie's armpit. Like ain't no fucking way I'd be picking Idlewild. Mandalay.
Yeah.
The Hillbillies is funny though. I don't hate that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
But you can tell that they were all named by different people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Zero fucking.
Yeah.
There's zero form or
it's
like
just
any
everywhere.
kind of structure to the name choosing.
Yep. Usually at like a camp, like they stick to a theme.
Right, there's zero theme. Yeah. That's the word I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah.
But there's no.
This is everywhere.
This is honest to God, like they just like had a bunch of shit on a dartboard and somebody blindfolded just threw some shit. I wouldn't
put it past this crew. So the Grove.
I feel like I already know everything I need to know about these people.
I felt like that when I was researching this. I felt like that at every sentence that I read, but every sentence kept getting better.
Is this like the ham sandwich?
No, it's not as good as the ham sandwich.
The pallets of confidential
Shout out birds. Shout out birds aren't real.
I will never get over the pallets of confidential information that they just stumbled on
in some warehouse
and leaving the dude in the fucking bathroom
because he peed too much.
Poor guy.
Dude's got a tiny little bladder.
Well, he probably had an enlarged prostate, and they just were like, "Nah."
Dude just wouldn't.
He's fucking the vibe up.
Yeah. Oh God. So
shit.
The Grove features multiple gathering places. We're gonna get into those more in detail in a little bit. But there's a Grove stage, which is an amphitheater with seating for 2,000.
Do they have rock concerts?
They do. They do. Actual rock concerts and big boulders that they roll in.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. No. So there's an amphitheater. Are you okay?
No.
This is going to hit you hard, isn't it? You okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So as I was saying, the Grove stage is an amphitheater with seating for 2,000 people.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Keep talking.
The field circle is a bowl-shaped amphitheater. The campfire circle is a campfire pit with the center surrounded by big redwood log branches, and that's used for smaller performances. Then there's a museum stage, which is a semi-outdoor venue with covered stage, and it's used for lectures. There's a dining circle that has seating for 1,500 diners. There's a clubhouse, which is a multi-purpose dining, drinking, and entertainment building. There's an owl shrine and a lake. So there's an artificial lake in the interior of the Grove.
An artificial lake in the interior of the Grove.
Yeah, it was dug out.
God forbid we actually have a real lake out in nature. Instead
well, if it's not there and they want one.
Why would you put it inside?
What do you mean?
You can't make one? Like, aren't most lakes man-made?
No.
I thought there were a lot of man-made lakes.
Well, there's a lot, not most.
Okay, well, I mean, why not have it outside instead of inside?
Because they want it on their property. The exclusivity of it. They want control. That's what this whole group's about, control. So, this lake on the interior of the Grove, it was used for noontime concerts and also for a special ceremony that they do called the Cremation of Care. And we will get into that.
Also, a noontime concert?
Yep.
The only time I've ever been to a concert at noon is when there's a fucking 7-band lineup and it starts that early.
There was entertainment throughout, like, every day. Somewhere. So, yeah, they had concerts and
there'd have to be.
They had
you have that many men and that much alcohol in one spot. Like, you have to keep them entertained or they're going to start fucking breaking shit.
What, trees?
Each other.
Hmm? Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad had they done that. So...
busting beer bottles over each other's head and shit.
They also have
outsiders.
Lakeside Talks, which are like fucking TED Talks in the woods.
Inside the lake? Like the inside lake?
The inside lake, not the outside lake. The inside lake. So these were significant informal talks. Many of them were on public policy issues. And
they are a public policy issue.
And they had been given by people like entertainers, professors, astronauts, business leaders, CIA directors, former presidents, and future presidents.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Are we going to name drop? Because I'm very curious.
I actually have not looked at that section, but I have a link of the entire list of members.
From 1860,
No, the current list of well, no, because there's deceased people on here, so...
Okay.
I don't know. It's an updated list as of 2018. There hasn't been, I guess, much update since then. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
That was the most updated one that I could find.
It's probably where COVID originated.
Probably.
Fuckers.
Probably. So
they were like, 2018, we gotta fall off the radar.
Yeah, gone.
19 is the big year, y'all.
Yeah. So security on premises. It was protected by, of course, a sophisticated security team year-round, not just for this encampment. Because members could use the camp whenever they want throughout the year with their families and stuff like that. But as this 2-week encampment goes on, it's strictly the members, the male members. They employed ex-military personnel to help secure the area. So they had like snipers out in the woods and shit like that. High-end security equipment like motion detectors, thermal and night vision cameras, vibration sensing alarm systems. So if there was anybody trying to dig to get into the property, things like that. And it's heightened when members are on site, extended to the local sheriff's office, the California Highway Patrol, and the Secret Service. They're all involved. A lot of tax dollars.
Right? I'm just sitting here thinking, like, we're going to protect all these dickheads. But, like, I don't know. We can't keep our kids safe in their own fucking schools. We can't keep people from shooting up churches. Like, that's... Oh.
Yeah.
Just keep talking or I'm going to go on a fucking rant here.
Okay,
so you may as well
let's
just...
not rant then. All right, so membership and guests. Let's talk about that. Now, we will get into the member list shortly here. So there's a couple different membership tiers. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, I said it's male only, of course. So regular or full members are wealthy or influential men. Yeah. They pay full membership fees and dues, which I don't. From what I found, I don't have an exact number because it changes, but it didn't seem like it was much more than like your standard country club, which, I mean, it was like $50,000 to be a member, which is outrageous for normal people, but I mean that's nothing to these people. Mm-hmm. So they pay their fees and dues, and then they often wait upwards of 15 years for an opening as a member.
And that's after they pay?
After they pay. Then there's associate members.
So I'm sorry, that's 40 to 50 grand a year or just the membership? So they're paying for membership even when they're not currently members? That's
correct.
Just to like hold their spot in case something becomes available 15 years from now?
No, so they pay like one like deposit until they're on the list.
Okay.
And then once they are a member, then they pay.
Is it refundable? Like if 10 years from now I'm like, nah, fuck that, I don't want to do that anymore?
Doubt it.
Of course not.
But this is nothing to them.
I know, but like, I'm just wondering. I don't know all the information.
So then there's associate members, and these are the interesting ones. Mm-hmm. Because these are the musical artists, actors, actresses. They pay less because of their usefulness during everything. I was going to say they're
so
they put on the shows.
Asset.
And,
gotcha.
Yeah, so they pay
So they
less.
still pay to be included, but not as much as a member because it basically negates the amount that they would charge for the gig.
Exactly.
Got it.
And we'll get into the insane costs there. And then there's honorary members, which are elected by club members, and they pay non-membership fees and annual fees. So like stupid stuff like housekeeping fees or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they don't pay anything really. They're just honorary members. Each member associated with a camp, which is what we talked, the names of those camps we talked about already. They're all over the place. And there's 118 rustic sleeping and leisure quarters throughout. So let's get into, if it'll open up here, the list of members. If I can get this to go here. Let's let that load. Simplify page. Oh boy. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second here. I need to get. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. There's a ton of them, so I'm just gonna go through the ones that have notes of like their bigger names.
Okay.
So, John Akers, who's the president and CEO of IBM. Lamar Alexander, who's a senator from Tennessee. The president of Brookings Institute and the president and CEO of Bank of America. I'm sorry, Bank America, not Bank of America. The chairman, president of FNC Holdings, which is a very large company as well. Chairman of General Mills.
These are the associate members?
These are the full members.
Okay, these are full members.
Yep.
I mean, what was it? General Mills?
Yeah.
He's got to be useful for breakfast, man.
But these are all wealthy, influential people. Right. So, the Indian ambassador to the United States, White House chief of staff.
Shit.
Oceanographer who discovered the Titanic, Robert Ballard, which that opened up, in my mind, right off the get, ties in some conspiracies with the Titanic.
Absolutely.
Because he knows a lot of people with big fucking bucks who could help cover stuff up. Yep. Paul Bancroft, Bank of America Foundation, the grandson of the founder of Caldwell Banker and Company. What Let's see. There's a couple real big ones. Jim Belushi is a member, or was a member. Clint Black, country music star, also a member. Mike Bloomberg, billionaire, politician, and actor.
An actor?
Yeah, I don't know. Secretary of the Treasury, Nicholas Brady. A bunch of state reps, things like that. I mean, there's Jimmy Buffett is a member.
I feel like Jimmy Buffett is a member of anything
Everywhere.
Jimmy Buffett can be a member of.
George H.W. Bush.
Also, same.
Ken Burns, filmmaker. Secretary of the Army, Howard Callaway. Let me jump through a couple of these here. The founder of Octel Communications. That's the company that...
Octel?
Yeah, that's the company that's publicized, I guess is the word, your modern day voicemail. Like, they created it and commercialized it.
Gotcha.
President of DreamWorks. Interesting one. Walter Cronkite.
I bet that's where they got the idea for Shrek. It was just like, this is swamp.
Walter Cronkite.
I wonder who was the influence for Donkey.
Walter
Cronkite and his mustache.
The
I feel like
CEO of Intel. Let me see. There's got to be other president ones in here. Bill Draper, a wine expert. Clint Eastwood.
Also,
not surprised.
Not surprised by
at
that
all.
one fucking bit. Clint Eastwood's the man.
Bill Ezray, the CEO of Sprint. So they got like.
Is that a company that still exists?
Sprint? Oh yeah.
Or do they just like own other companies now?
No, Sprint's still a thing.
Do people still use Sprint as like their?
Yeah, they own a lot. I think they have a bunch of subsidiaries and.
I don't think that was one we ever had.
Chairman of Gap. Yeah.
Shit. That seems a little random.
Yeah. Anthony Frank, the Postmaster General of the U.S. Bill Friedkin. I'm not sure if you know who that is. He's a director.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's see. David Jurgen. He's a political commentator. CEO of IBM and Nabisco, which is... We're going to have a future episode on Nabisco. I'm sorry, not Nabisco. I'm thinking Nestle. We're going to have an episode on Nestle.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the fuck are you going to say about Nabisco?
Peter Graves.
This is my childhood right there, driving past the...
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can
The
smell it.
Yup.
Oh,
now we just smell shitty diapers.
No, it's fucking Top Golf now.
Mickey Hart. He's a Grateful Dead musician. Let's see here. Only in the H's. I'm going to zip through a couple of these, but Conrad Janis, musician. Mork and Mindy? I have no idea.
Mork and Mindy was a show, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe he voiced something in there. I don't know. President of CNN.
Oh, that's...
W. Thomas Johnson. No surprise there.
That one seems like a good note.
Edgar Kaiser, the owner of the Denver Broncos.
I mean, meh.
Yeah. Yeah. CEO of Wells Fargo and Company. There's a lot of banks, man. A lot of CEOs of banks. CEO of Segway. Because they blew up so much. Remember them? They were supposed to be like the next big thing.
Like the fucking scooter thing?
Yeah. Like Paul Blart Mall Cop scooter.
Forgot about that. I forgot that ever existed.
Christopher Matthews, political talk show host. Malcolm McDowell, an actor. I'm not sure who that is.
Sounds very familiar.
U.S. Attorney General. Leader of the Steve Miller Band, Stephen H. Miller.
Shit. Was that other name Malcolm what?
Don't know.
Malcolm McDowell?
Yeah. That's the one.
Oh, it's the guy who played the lead in A Clockwork Orange.
Okay. Joint Chief of Staff. Like, there's a lot of Conan O'Brien. Let's see. Secretary of the Navy. Former owner of the L.A. Dodgers, Pete O'Malley. Retired Admiral. And another CEO at Intel. Paul Pelosi. Husband of girlfriend Nancy.
Ugh. She's a vile fucking creature.
Chairman, Bank of America. CEO, Wells Fargo. Like the president and CEO of Kellogg Foundation.
Oh shit, you got Kellogg and General Mills?
Yeah, man.
No wonder they had to have entertainment. They were about to throw down.
Yeah, they're all tied in. Rockefeller. You knew the Rockefeller.
Notice how I really only care about the food.
Donnie Rumsfeld.
Teddy Rock's fucking pit.
What a movie.
Oh, it's so trash.
It's such shit, but it's so good. They did, what,
the Hootie
2
and
of
the
them? 3 of
Blowfish.
them?
There's at least 2, I think maybe 3. The Hootie and the Blowfish scene is the best.
Yeah. Let's see.
What?
What are you doing to that heater over there?
Putting my feet on it.
Jesus.
What's your problem?
Blowing your stank feet air all over the place. CEO of McDonald's.
Oh, shit.
Get it.
I only care if they bring Shamrock Shakes and French fries.
Patrick John Wayne. Son of the John Wayne. No surprise there.
Yep.
Robert Wire, again, Grateful Dead musician. Wire? I'm not sure how you say it.
I don't know.
Director of the FBI and CEA, William Webster.
CIA?
What did I say?
CEA.
CEA. Yeah.
I assume, well, unless that
was CIA.
Well, there's the DEA and then there's the CIA.
No, it was the CIA.
The FDA.
I'm just an idiot. I don't know my letters.
Well, I wasn't sure if there was an abbreviation I was missing.
No.
It happens. I've been wrong from time to time.
Occasionally.
Very rare, but it happens.
Michael York and other actors. There's a lot of actors. All right, here's a bunch of bigger names.
Influential
Let's see.
People. Who did you say? Michael York?
Yeah.
So it's weird. There are a lot of British film.
Yeah. So here's a couple cool ones.
Oh shit! It's the guy from fucking. Wasn't he in Austin Powers?
Maybe.
Yeah, no, it definitely fucking is. That guy was in Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
God, what the hell was his name?
President of the Associated Press. Journalist at a Washington Post. Author, commentator, founded the National Review. George W. Bush. Warren Christopher, the Secretary of State. President of the World Bank, Alden Clausen. Calvin Coolidge.
There you go.
Joseph Coors, who's the president, well, I guess the founder, president of Coors Brewing Company. Bing fucking Crosby.
Mr. Christmas.
Yup.
Also, that guy's name was Basil in the movie.
Basil.
Yeah, he's like the...
Dwight Eisenhower. Gerald Ford. There's a lot of Charlton Heston.
Oh shit.
Oliver Holmes, poet. Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover Jr. Richard Nixon. No surprise there. Ronald Reagan. Teddy Roosevelt. I mean, it's like these are all huge names. Warren Buffett, obviously.
Yeah. Again, there's not a single thing that Warren Buffett doesn't have his hand in.
Yeah. Dick Cheney, Charlie Chaplin. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm going to link this.
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to link this below. Oh, shit. Vice President of the United States, inventor of the internet, Albert Gore. I'll never stop with that. I'll never stop.
It will never not be funny.
No, yeah. I mean, John McCain. Arnold Schwarzenegger. How's like him fucking getting smashed and knocking down redwoods?
I mean, it's better than him knocking up his housekeeper and leaving his fucking illegitimate child there nearby for 20 fucking years. Also,
Damn.
like, how did you not know that was his kid?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way you didn't look at that child and go, oh, yeah.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh, God.
Good old kindergarten cop.
Shit. I haven't seen that in forever.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll link the list of members below, and you can go through it. It's extensive. I jumped through a ton of them, obviously. So some symbols and rituals here on Bohemian Club. You know what? Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
See you in a few.
And we are back.
Let's go.
Back with some more Bohemian Grove, and we're going into the symbols and rituals that happen here. So their mascot is...
Fucking hell, they have a mascot.
Yeah.
Jesus
What do you think
Christ.
their mascot would be? What do you think it should
be? A badger.
No, that'd be cool though.
Right?
Yeah. Their mascot's an owl.
Oh, that makes sense. There was like a whole shrine to owls that you mentioned earlier.
Right.
Okay,
So
all right. I don't hate it.
And it's because it symbolizes wisdom.
Even though none of them are fucking smart, they're all just rich.
So they
I was thinking the honey badger. Like, it's honey badger don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck, yeah. So they have a 30-foot hollow owl statue at the head of the lake in the Grove. It was designed by the two-time president, Haig Patagane. I don't know. Haig? Heidi. I don't know.
Jacob Hammerschmidt.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
When you were saying two-time president, I was thinking like U.S. president. Then you started saying a name I didn't recognize, and I was like, I know history wasn't my strong suit, but like I know
Who
that
the fuck's
name
this
is
guy?
not right. That's
yeah.
Okay.
So it was constructed in the 1920s, and since 1929, it has served as the backdrop of the cremation of care, which we'll be getting into that.
Yeah. I'm going to need more information on that.
Yeah, so the other thing is they have a patron saint as well.
For fuck's sake. Oh, my God.
A patron saint.
Who's
Saint John of Nepomuk is the patron saint of the club.
Right.
Nepomuk? That word right there. No. Nepomuk.
Sounds like fucking Klingon.
Saint John of Don't Give a Fuck. According to
honey badger. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. According to legend,
Jesus Christ.
This Saint John died at the hands of a Bohemian monarch rather than disclose the confessional secrets of the queen. So there's a large wood carving of Saint John in cleric robes with his index finger over his lips in the hush stance, standing at the shore of the lake, and it symbolizes the secrecy that is kept by the Grove's attendees throughout its long history.
You know what? No one fucking cares. You're not that fucking important. At the end of the day, you bleed red just like the rest of us. Shut the fuck up.
We're going to get into something that was really important about this group,
goodness gracious. Help
After we talk about the cremation of care ceremony.
I need to know what that means.
So, it's a theatrical production.
Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be?
First conducted in 1881. It was devised by James Bowman, who is a co-founder of the group. It serves as a purification or catharsis for pent-up high spirits. So this was separated from other Grove plays, and yes, there are many other plays that happen, in 1913, and it was moved to the first night as kind of like an opening ceremony to exorcise the demons before, to ensure the success of the following 2 weeks.
They treat this shit like the fucking Olympics.
It's very...
Stupid.
It's very cultish.
Stupid.
It's very satanic.
Clearly.
It's very strange.
For something that has a carving of a fucking saint.
Yeah. So this takes
it's awfully
place...
sacrilegious.
Yeah. This ceremony takes place in front of the owl shrine.
Right, like how are you going to have a patron saint right next to a shrine?
Yeah.
to an owl.
Yeah.
Like, have you never fucking read the Bible?
Yep.
Ever.
False gods, all that.
Like, it's literally the first fucking commandment.
Fun fact.
First commandment. It's the rule number 1. It's the fucking... You don't talk about Fight Club rule. It's number fucking 1.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Not Bruno.
Oh, wrong movie. Fun fact.
Oh, God. None of this has been fun.
For many years, the owl during the ceremony, the voice of it...
Oh, my fucking God.
What?
The voice of it?
Uh-huh.
The voice.
Was a recording of Walter Cronkite.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But I think that's pretty funny, though. I'm thinking like this blown out old speaker inside of this crusty old mossy wooden owl statue.
See, I get the Wizard of Oz.
And
like,
all you hear
attention.
is like the old PA system
like
speakers.
Like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah.
So my mind went to like the Wizard of Oz. Like, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Like, that is what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
So the owl is an actual like person dressed up as an owl in the play, or this is like the hollowed out shrine of it that's a part of the ceremony.
Oh no. So it is an actual like actor in the play for this portion of it.
Okay.
And then
but the actor in the play who's portraying it is not the person doing the voice.
Right.
It's fucking
I don't know, man. The whole fucking thing's weird.
Clearly.
It's like a voiceover by a recording of Walter Cronkite.
It's like the old ninja movies that would have like the dubbing in the fucking...
Hi, how are you?
Oh my God. Lord help us all. Jesus Christ, this shit is wild.
You'll pay for that. Yeah, the awful freaking voiceover.
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly happens at this place? So here are some of the entertainment things that happen.
Oh, God.
And this is where the conspiracies come up. But there's some facts that are known, and that's what these are. So there's different plays. So there's Hijinks, which is this gigantic production that's one night, and it costs about $250,000 to produce. There's a new one made every year for it. And it's been said by a lot of these theatrical scholars, I guess you would call them, that are members, that 1 in 10 of these big productions that are made specifically for this would be an absolute commercial smash. And like, if they were produced for the public and not just this group, they would make so much money on them. But they don't release them because it's all for specifically this group.
So it's all just the exclusivity and kind of keeping that cornered.
Exactly.
For a situation that's like highly fucking reliant and driven on money, they're not into making it.
It's because the topics of the hijinks are very much geared toward this group. So
gotcha.
Yeah. So the cast is around 100 people in the cast for this one night show. There's an orchestra, stagehands, carpenters to make the sets. The total is about 300 people in total for this one night production. Crazy. And then they have low jinks.
Don't you fucking people have anything else to do with your life?
They do. They can go to low jinks plays instead of going to the hijinks.
We just make shit up now.
So low jinks are totally different subject matter. So they're a much more sexualized play. Some of the titles of these have been Lady of Monterio, which is a lady of the night. Yeah. The Sin of Ophelia Grab, Thrice Nightly.
Ophelia Grab.
Yeah. Thrice Nightly. So these are all very sexual.
They all sound like James Bond girl names.
Yeah. Octopussy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
So then they have Little Friday Night and Big Saturday Night. I feel like this is like a redneck.
That's why the first house was named Hillbilly.
Yeah. So both of these productions are put on by famous stars. Little Friday Night is the second Saturday of the encampment.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Little Friday night is the second Saturday of the encampment. You did not.
I'm sorry. No, I apologize. It's the second Friday of the encampment. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that would fucking enrage me.
Yeah. No. I apologize. And then Big Saturday night is the third weekend, and that closes the encampments. That's like the last thing, and then they're all out. They all bounce after that.
So it's what, Sunday to the following Saturday is the 2 week situation?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's why I said the following Saturday.
Yes.
Derp.
So then there's these lakeside talks that they can go to on the daily.
So the fact that they made all right. Well, I guess still that's weird. So they made it like a casual, informal thing, but they have it like scheduled for this lakeside talk.
Well, all of their entertainment is scheduled, but
right.
everything else is supposedly very
like cruise ship available kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And supposedly it's just like, I don't know if it still is today, but for the first centuries that this was around, it was just like you can just go like piss wherever you want. You're in the woods, doesn't matter. Just go pee wherever. You can fucking take a shit right in the middle of this owl's statue if you want, I guess.
I feel like that would be frowned upon.
Yeah, that would be frowned upon, probably.
That would not be.
But yeah, you can just do whatever you want.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because dudes don't just piss wherever they want as it is.
Well, it's easy when you're a guy. Okay, so then there are some infiltrations that happened at this camp. Because obviously there's a ton of questions surrounding what's going on inside of it.
Yo, somebody's wife was like, John ain't fucking out in the woods with a bunch of men. I'm going to follow him.
Right?
This cheating asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, gone for 2 weeks, my ass.
Gone for 2 weeks to some fucking cabin in the woods. Bullshit.
He fucking hates the woods. Yeah.
And he hates fucking people. I'm following him.
So in 1980, Rick Kloger gained entrance to the Grove with the help of an employee and posed as a worker during the 2 weekends of the annual encampment. He was able to gather enough information from inside of the Grove to publish a report in the August 1981 issue of Mother Jones. And I will put a link to that article in the description so you can read it for yourself. Pretty interesting stuff. 1989, Philip Weiss, writer for Spy magazine, spent 7 days in the camp posing as a guest. He wrote an article called Inside the Bohemian Grove. Very original name.
It's to the point. I like it. Yeah. There ain't no misleading. You know exactly what you're getting.
He publicized this in the November 1989 edition of the magazine, and he was discovered and arrested for trespassing.
But at that point, the article was already done. Like, whatever.
Right. Well, no, he was discovered while he was there.
Oh,
that's why he was only there for 7 days.
Gotcha. Yeah. So how do you become like a guest?
You have to be invited by one of these members
and
approved.
How the hell? That's a lot of legwork, man. For him to pose as a guest. It's not like he just showed up like, oh, I got a ticket. Like,
I know the cook.
I fucking found this shit on fucking the black market where I sold my left kidney.
Yeah,
I got this invitation as payment.
I don't know.
So to get in well enough with somebody to be invited as their guest.
Well, he could
and then also be approved.
So he posed as a guest. So he could have very well worked with one of the workers there, like the first guy did, and got on the list.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So he may have just been like.
So I thought he maybe like had this like alternate persona where like he made buddy with like one of these millionaires and like posed as
I don't think
a guest of his, but really was there for ulterior
motives. I think he like worked with somebody.
Gotcha.
Who had an in. Oh shit! What did I do? Okay, so then that was Philip Weiss. All right, July 15th, 2000. Alex Jones, fucking Alex Jones, InfoWars guy.
InfoWars, what the fuck is
loud, obnoxious, like conspiracy theorist.
How do I not?
Totally. Oh my god, the guy's just insane.
Alex Jones? Yeah. Why does this not sound familiar? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Nope, I know. I did not know him by name, but
So Alex Jones and his
I certainly
cameraman
know who that is.
entered the grove and shot footage of the cremation of care ceremony, and Jones claimed it was a ritual sacrifice. You ought to see what these people are doing here.
Oh, God.
Yeah. January 19th, 2002, Richard McCaslin was arrested after his nighttime infiltration of the grove. He he ran, basically like fucking kicked in the door, ran in there, lit fires all over the place. He was heavily armed, wore a skull mask, and an outfit with Phantom Patriot written on the chest, and was just like blowing shit up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And
I mean, I hope nobody died, but like.
Oh, well, I'm sure they didn't.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably was like, "Oh fuck, I actually got closer than I thought I was gonna."
Yeah, right. And then he panicked and was like, "What the fuck do I do now?"
Set fire to everything. I'm gonna blow this motherfucker
up. Okay. So I'm sure there's been a bunch of other ones, but those are the notable ones. So.
Yeah, that I don't think anybody's gonna top that.
No. Okay, so I have one more note here, one strange finding here that is going to lead us into my final question of what do you think happens behind behind the redwoods here? But before you get to that, these TED Talk, these lakeside talks that they have. Yeah, like the TED Talks.
It's not a TED Talk. It's a fucking conversation.
So you would think.
You make it sound all sinister.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, God.
So there's an unwritten rule that there's no business to be spoken of here.
For real, though?
Like official business. Yeah. Except in 1942, there was planning for the Manhattan Project, which led to the creation of the atom bomb. And that all started in Bohemian Grove conversations.
No fucking way. Oh, God.
So, leaving you with that.
That's heavy. You literally just dropped a bomb.
I know.
That was...
Because when you're getting all the information on this, the whole time, like, okay, it's just this exclusive group. And, like, in the back of my head, the whole time, I had, like, Bradley Cooper's character from Wedding Crashers, like, all, like, sports and shooting guns and pissing in the woods and like...
I don't feel like I've seen Wedding Crashers that much to really
understand
what you're referencing. I remember him.
I just feel like he was
the
very
shitty fiance, right?
Yeah, but he was very.
He was a dickhead.
Yeah, and I just kind of had that in my mind of like.
Okay,
oh,
I mean
God.
that is what I have in my mind. Is
right.
Like the.
And then I
like
got
the toxic man's. So
right.
I keep thinking of the dude in the last season of You.
Yes.
With the ponytail and the fucking, they all went out to the woods
wolf.
and he was
crazy.
or
whatever the hell he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is what I keep picturing. Is somebody just like taking
Great show,
you out
by
to
the way. You, if you don't watch You, check it out. It's a really good show.
If you don't, you're under a fucking rock.
Yeah, go check it out.
It's so good.
So what do you think?
What do I think happens?
Yeah.
Honestly,
what would you think
I
happens?
don't even know that I could begin to start to think about what happens there because, like, I can't get my head that far up my own ass to think from that perspective. I really just, I cannot relate to any of that on any level. I don't have that level of money. I'm not a fucking dude. I'm not influential in any fucking capacity. I don't like people enough to be around fucking people for 2 weeks and talk to them about whatever. Like, I don't even know where to begin as far as, like, what I think would happen in a situation like that. Like, I don't understand the point of it if they don't talk about business. Because, like, why else would you get that level of, that many with that level of influence together? Like, why have that exclusivity unless there's some reason to only have that grouping together?
I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah, what do you have? Because I'm not finding anything that would be a purpose for this.
Okay, what do you get when you put a bunch of guys together with a bunch of alcohol for nights on end? You get a big booze party of rich guys trying to one-up each other.
Yeah.
So I think that much of this is strategic to the members, that they go and they try to get shit on these other people. Like, oh, I heard the president.
You think it's all like a mudslinging, like dirt digging campaign kind of thing?
I think that could be part of it. Like,
you just think it's just like a means for them to blackmail each other the other times of the year?
Yeah. I
could see that.
Or have some sort of understanding of, okay, we were both in this club. I know what you did there. You know what I did there. So, like,
you owe me.
Right.
Like, scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
So I think that could be part of it.
So even though they don't outright talk about business, there's definitely still a business benefit to
you get that many people in these.
That's my saying. Is so like if you've got that many people in the same, not necessarily exact line of work, but to the same extent doing the same things on the same level with the same amount of money and the same amount of access to whatever in the world, like, there has to be some sort of benefit to having that many, of the same stature. Like, just for a camping, you can't tell me that they're all there to just blow off steam.
No, but they are. So the other, what would you call this group of people?
Assholes.
Aside from assholes, these are the elites.
Well, yeah.
So there's all these theories, and I'm jumping a little bit here, but there's all these theories of the Illuminati.
Well, yeah. Every fucking person you named.
These are, if you want to have a way to say there is an Illuminati, this is a group, these are the guys.
Yeah.
Like, these are heavy hitter influencing people with a ton of money that can get them to be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
To the point that many of these U.S. presidents that were listed as members were not president when they became members. They were governors. They were senators. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, a couple years later, they're in the running for president.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, any president starts somewhere in politics. Like, none of them just start off from nothing.
Right. But a lot of them get a fast track through certain ways, and some of them are through, like George W. Bush, it seems like, was one of those fast track situations. I think Nixon got a lot of his through here.
Because nobody fucking liked Nixon otherwise.
So there's a lot of...
He had to have been digging up a lot of dirt on people.
What better way to start a presidential campaign than to meet with these billionaires and get all your funding?
So I guess my question would be, like, all of these people have to be influential, or, like, basically they have to have something that they're bringing to the table from their end in order to be invited or accepted in the first place. If you got some no-name senator from fucking, I don't know, Georgia, like, who's to say that they would even bother to want him to be a part of it? Like, how would he get his foot in the door in the first place?
It's all by invite.
So that's the thing. Like, if you've got somebody that's not already well connected, like, and they're trying to use this as a stepping stone on their fast track, like you said, how would they get that first foot in the door?
If you know somebody in the group, I guess you could ask to be a guest of theirs and try to get in that way. If you know somebody who's a member.
Yeah, but by the same token, like you said, even though they're invited, they have to be approved.
Right.
So, like, the higher-ups would be like, who the fuck is Joe Smith? No, I'm not...
Well, there's a lot of people on here that are no-name people, and they might just be a good time. I don't know. They might be people who could help in some other way. I don't know.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they would have to have something that they're bringing to the table. And if you've got some no-name senator who's just looking for a presidential bid 4 years down the road, like, what would be the incentive for the approval committee to allow that person in?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? I feel like they have to have something that they're bringing to the table.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it does sound like a couple of them were, like, legacies.
Yeah. And so it's interesting.
I'm sure that's some sort of component. It's like, oh, my dad was a member. Oh, right. Yeah, whatever.
And it's not, which I found interesting, is this is truly a group of a group of elites that are, I think, trying to get together to control things, because it's not like, obviously a huge part of this has got to be politics.
Oh, obviously.
But it's not one political party.
Right.
It's both, all, whatever the fuck you want to say. It's multiple parties in this. So,
well, I mean, you even have people who have switched parties. You've got people who seem to take one stance and then get into politics, and they have a completely opposite stance from what they were originally talking about. Like, look at Dr. Oz. Back when he was on Oprah, he was not Republican in any capacity.
Yeah.
He was pretty leftist. And then, he starts his campaigning and is a pretty heavy right-wing platform. So, I mean, I think that any of them are just like, all right, well, what chance do I have? Who would I be up against? Right. And they just start to build that platform from what they're up against.
But I think a lot of what I found interesting with the membership is, like, what was it, Kellogg's and General Mills?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have two of the biggest competitors. You get them together in a room, you can easily monopolize a market. Like, like they did with plasma screens and flat screens years ago with Sony and everybody. Oh, well, it's only cost this much. We can upcharge the fuck out of it if we all do it together.
Well,
Same thing with cereal. Exactly. Like, can we, or whatever the fuck they're, like, everything they're selling, we can upcharge it more if we're all doing it.
Right.
So maybe it's to fix prices. Like, IBM's in there, Intel's in there. Like, all the big computer systems.
So, but you said that they have a very strict, like, no talking about business policy.
So they say.
Right.
So they say.
Well, that's the part that I'm like, it's got to be, there has to be business conversations. There has to be.
Yeah.
There's no way that you get that many people from that, like I said, from that level of influence together and not have them talk about business in some capacity. Because what happens when you sit down with people? What do you talk about?
You talk about everything.
Life, right?
Yeah.
If you are that level of a CEO of a company, or, the owner of the freaking Denver Broncos, or whatever, your life, a huge chunk of your life anyway, is that business.
Yeah.
If you are that heavily involved in it, that is a large chunk of your life. So if you're going to talk about anything, that's what you relate to.
So maybe what they're meaning by it, and I'm interpreting here, but maybe what they're meaning by it is, like, yeah, business is going to come up, but there's no scheduled business meetings and there's no deals done there.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe there's no, plotting for, like, deals.
You just mentioned something that I wanted to bring up. I find it very interesting that there's this many high net worth people there, and there's multiple owners of teams. Betting world.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
So, is the NFL fixed?
So that was, I was just going to say, that brings me to other topics that are not on our list that I want to talk about.
Yeah. Which whatever. But
I don't know, man. The Kelsey brothers dropped the word script quite often in their
script is one thing, but
podcast.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll get into that in a later episode. I don't necessarily believe it, but maybe you can prove me wrong.
I don't know. My mom has been saying it for years.
Maybe
that she thought the Super Bowl was fixed.
Maybe we can have a rock concert and have her on.
I just texted her. She was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Didn't you have a pet rock concert?" And she was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "I just Googled it. You should do it. It's fun." I'm like, you're so weird.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, Casey thought it was hilarious too.
I'm sure he did. All right, that's what I have on this. I mean, the theory that's out there is that this is all elites there, and that is.
I don't know that that's really a theory. I think you pretty much prove that.
Yeah, but the theory is that it's elites that are gathering to plan for the future, and to shape that future because they're the ones that are influencing.
They're the ones that are controlling it. So you did mention something about Illuminati, and then you also mentioned something about there being some sort of like sacrifice of some kind.
Yeah, that's the ceremony of the cremation of cares.
So, sacrifice being what? Like, what are they sacrificing?
So there was no actual. It's not actually known what exactly happens in this, but there is some sort of. There's not a living sacrifice, but it's a.
So they say.
Yeah, so they say. they're, I don't know, something burning something. I don't know. They're like, it's a symbolic sacrifice, is what they say. That it's not like a blood sacrifice.
Okay.
Who knows?
It's not like the dog and the goat from the Valentine ceremony.
No. Not like that. They're not getting slapped with goat skin.
Ugh.
But yeah.
They're probably just walking around smacking each other with their dicks, though.
Probably. Would you go to Bohemian Grove?
Fuck no.
No.
No. That sounds like all the things I fucking hate the most in the world. And I hate a lot of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
What if they said there's a sloth in there you could pet?
Feels like a trap.
Yeah.
That many men? No.
I got candy.
No. No. I don't know. Fucking no. Nope. My answer is no.
Come into this dark corner. There's a sloth back here you can pet.
Mm-mm. No way. That many men with that many fucking bad reputations? No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I do think, though, that it's
that's
interesting.
No. That's like walking into the seventh circle of hell. Fucking.
So, I do think that it's, I don't want to say cool, but.
I'm actually terrified of what's going to come
out
of your
mouth. No, like the plays obviously have female roles in the plays and stuff they do, but men play those roles because they don't allow women in there. So like,
well, you said that there are women in like in the
allowed
cast
in
and
central air. No, not in the there's women that work there that are allowed during daylight hours in the central areas or like designated areas they're allowed in. But once dusk hits, they're out. So nobody in these plays.
Why would you fucking want to work there?
Well, they probably get paid a fucking boatload.
Don't care.
But
like I said, it ain't worth being around that many shitty men with shitty reputations and
that's
fearing for who the fuck knows what.
But that's what I was gonna say. That to me sounds like they are like, listen, we're a men's club. There's literally no women around, so there's not like sexual misconduct going on.
That you know of? People get raped in broad daylight.
I know that, but it's, I don't know. It's just kind of like all right, they have their talks during the day, light hours, and that's like when the women are there. And then when all the shit gets crazy, they're like, nope, women are gone, dudes only. I don't know. I feel like that's almost like a form of respect on their part of like, get lost. I feel like because
you're giving them a fuckload of credit that they probably don't deserve.
But I don't know.
So I don't know how many of you know, a large population of men versus women. But I'm telling you right fucking now, women can keep secrets way better than men. I've got girlfriends who will take shit to their fucking grave. And I've got men that just think that it's nothing and then just like let it slip because they don't realize that it's a secret. So if you're trying to keep shit secret, having all the men only ain't the way to do it.
I think it's the other way around because I think you just said it, that men don't think it's a secret. I think
and then you idiots just talk about it like it's nothing. Because
they don't care. Like if a dude said like, yo, I don't want anybody knowing this. At least like my guys that I know would be like, they'd fucking take it to the grave. They'd be like St. John, whatever the fuck he is. What was his name?
I don't know.
John
Nantucket or something.
Neskamuk or something like that.
Fucking.
They would take it to the grave.
I don't know.
But
no.
Bohemian Grove, man. We're going. That's our first road trip vacation.
I am not going. Neither are you. No. Ain't nobody going to invite you.
No, nobody's inviting me. Nobody. That's the truth. All right.
And you're not that entertaining to be invited. And
I would agree with that.
To be included.
I
love you, but...
I love you too. Oh,
that's why I'm honest with you.
That's sweet. All right. On that note.
What I don't love is this sea monkey cocktail.
Sea monkey drink.
It got better, but it's still pretty awful.
Yeah.
So cheers to hopefully next week's episode being a nicer drink.
Yes. Cheers to that. I don't know what we have on the docket for next week. But so we do have...
So next week we're going to be talking about Malaysian Airlines and Pan Am Airlines.
Yeah, we switched it up because we were going to do it this week. But
so this episode is airing on the 7th, and starting on the 8th, there's going to be a Netflix special about the Pan Am flight.
No,
about the Malaysian Airlines flight. So we're going to be covering a bit of mostly Malaysian, but a little bit of Pan Am as well. And that was originally supposed to be this episode, but we switched it so that we can get a bit more information from this Netflix episode or Netflix series and bring a little bit more to the table.
Yeah, maybe we can do
beef
a watch
it up
party.
A little. That would be fun.
That would be cool. I'm saying that I have no fucking idea how to do it.
Like a reaction, like a play-by-play.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure it out. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe that'd be cool.
We could probably like each watch it with like a notepad or like a computer in front of us and like take notes and then like go through.
I'm the slowest writer in the world.
So use your computer.
Okay.
I just said you could do it with a fucking computer.
Oh.
God, you don't fucking listen.
I don't. All right.
Well, I don't like repeating myself.
Oh, I know. See monkey juice?
Ugh.
Cheers to you guys. Thanks for listening. We will chat with you guys on the next one about...
Stay out of the woods in California.
Yes, avoid the woods.